kind of what brought us here to the American Heart Association is over 3 years ago. Joey was diagnosed with a rare disease called Moyamoya, and it is a disease that essentially attacks the lower extremities of your brain, the lower main arteries. His version of it is very progressive, so it has occluded or kind of clogged up his main arteries in his brain, essentially creating no pathways or avenues for the blood to flow the way that it should. 3 years ago, Joey had a seizure, and doctors essentially thought, okay, this is maybe from fatigue or exhaustion. It was in the middle of summer. He had a long day. And then about 5 days later, he had a pretty big seizure. Our doctor had ordered an MRI after that seizure about a week later. Through that MRI, they had found an old stroke on Joey's brain. It was an ischemic stroke, and that is when they diagnosed his Moyamoya disease. Through that diagnosis, we ended up finding a connection with Boston Children's Hospital, who has a renowned surgeon that does an indirect bypass on children. So Joey had his first surgery that summer, and then about a year later, he had suffered 2 more ischemic strokes. Kind of what brought us to the American Heart Association here in Kansas City is a fellow Moyamoya patient who's an adult, has a really strong involvement with her heart association in California. And when I approached her to talk about what that relationship was like, I think one of the things that we talked about was the fact that the American Heart Association has such a wonderful advocacy, education, and support avenues for us as families and as patients. Our story is probably something that we want to share with other people, because I think people just have an idea that kids aren't supposed to have strokes. We've made it kind of our family's mission to talk about our story in hopes that it can help other people.